TV Africa, your first in housing news.
Hello and many thanks for joining us on this special edition of the program Inside Real Estate on Housing TV Africa. My name is Abdurrahman Omar. I'm your host. Now, Real Estate program is a promising and interesting program where we deliberate brainstorm on issues as it relates to real estate market and construction business in Nigeria. And joining us live in the studio for this discussion is Alhaji Dr. Aliyu Wamako, who is the current president of Real Estate Developers Association of Nigeria. Right then. Thank you so much, sir, for taking the time to join us.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Sir, it's been a journey. I mean, you have been the president of Radan for 4 years now. We're talking about that. How's the journey have been to lead such a association as big as it is?
Well, Alhamdulillah, glory be to Almighty Allah. I thank God for giving me the wisdom to start the affairs of Radan for the last 4 years. Even though we came into a difficult time, because I take the mantle of leadership of the 6th Radan ESCO during the COVID-19, which is 2020. And a lot of activities, a lot of places were closed. In fact, there is even, lockdown. So many things happened. And that does not give us the opportunity to trace our point on why we are there. But I still keep on to stir, and we were able to deliver what we are delivering today.
All right. So let's talk about housing projects. I mean, what's the current trend? What's the information, that is happening right now? I mean, when you talk about housing markets, especially in Abuja or Lagos, because both these of the state, we're talking about massive and expensive living condition when we talk about it. What is the trend right now at the moment?
You are talking about the present moment?
Yes, sir. Let's talk about the present moment.
Well, I think everything has gone sour in the sense that, you see, the price of building materials is just skyrocketing every minute, not even every day, every minute. I am surprised to tell you the primary product in the aspect of building is cement. And if I tell you cement today is 7,500 per bag, and it is going. So we don't know where we are going. With the current housing deficit we have in Nigeria. And still, the primary thing that we are the one we produce here in the country is going up. So what of those ones that we are going to use the exchange rate to go and buy? So you see, the issue of housing, government must take a decisive step in the aspect of this increase in the price of building materials, which is an everyday affair. So definitely speaking, it is not telling well, because by the time there is no building industry, a lot of things, the economy, everything is dilapidated. I believe we have increased the Nigerian GDP by 1.4 last 2 years ago, and I think about 2.3 last year. So because we believe housing is the key, is the answer to a viable and any economy that is going to be rejuvenated. They must concentrate on the aspect of construction, because that will give them the answer.
I'm glad you made mention of that, because one of the problems we're facing in Nigeria right now is a problem of insecurity. And if we have a lot of people becoming homeless because they don't have where to stay. Would you say that if the government can focus, build more houses for Nigerians at affordable rate, it turns out to be the subject of recruitment into all these sort of menaces of insecurity and all of that? Would you say if the government can take drastic initiative in making sure that Nigerians can afford housing, even through whether it is lengthened or anything, that we can have a drastic reduction in insecurity?
You see, if the government is going to take any decision in the aspect of housing construction, it must be a private affair. It is not, government is supposed to be a policy formulator in the aspect of construction. But in the aspect of you want to deliver, it must be the private sector. Because if the private sector is not driving the sector, that housing construction, there is no way you will achieve your intended goals and objectives as a government. Why I told you this is that, you see, in every house that you build, you have created an employment for at least not less than 25 people. So imagine if we are building 1,000 houses times 25. You can see the kind of job you have created. There are other jobs that are being created in the aspect of this scenario. There are something like people that are selling groundnut, fried and nono, all sorts of hawking within the site. It is also a job because those people, that is where they make their livelihood, no matter how small you look at it. So presently, if the government wants to get it right, it should be a private sector driven. Government shall just provide an enabling environment. It should be an enabler for us to be able to create these houses. The most impediment in the aspect of creating houses is finance, which the last government has done something which we thought is going to work out, but unfortunately, it went another way around.
What happened? What happened?
Yeah. I think you are aware a family homes fund was created in 2018. And that family homes fund is an intervention company that is being created by Federal Ministry of Finance and Supreme Wealth Funds. The intention is for those family homes from that company to create at least not less than, construct not less than 500,000 housing units before the year 2023. They have 2 MDs, and this is the third one now. But unfortunately, you cannot even see where they go near to the aspect of 500,000 housing units. Why? Because they have not made use of the private sector. And that affected them. They were looking for ISPOs from state governments, which can, you know, in Nigeria, once a governor has ended his tenure, another person come in, the whole ball game changed. And that is what is happening to them. So if to say they come with good heart, that they embrace the private sector, these houses that they were asked to deliver, all we are looking from them is a single-digit finance money interest. They finance the private developer, not free money. We don't ask you to give us free money. Give us single-digit, 9%, 10% is okay for us. And we will be ready to produce these houses in mass. But they run away from that. And they embrace state government, maybe trying to mitigate risk. But the underwriting standard of each and every organization stand for it. It has a story to tell. So if they are sure of their underwriting standard, then why are they afraid of giving the private sector the opportunity to create these houses that you are mandated to do? You can ask them anytime you meet them. How many houses have they created from 2018 to date? 2017, I mean, to date? Nothing. They are not even nowhere near up to even 20 to 23,000. They are not up to even 10,000 housing units.
As a professional body, Redan Association, what role are you playing in terms of making awareness to this sector, to this development at these arms of government, let's say House of Assembly, the state, in terms of providing oversight to some of these MDs that were coming into government, to remind them, calling on them that so years, so administration has budgeted so money for this, and is Redan playing any role in terms of bringing the notices and the attention of these House of Assembly members, because their role is to provide oversight to make sure that money budgeted for social project has been well utilized?
Well, I have done enough for me to educate the public in the aspect of this. I have met several times. We have held a meeting. In fact, the newly the MD that came from Shelter Africa, who was the formidable MD that came in 2018, Redan paid him a visit, including our ESCO, including the BOTs. People. We met him, which we were led by Reverend Igochimi, and we drew a roadmap. We produced a book of a roadmap of how housing provision should be, which was presented to him, including some video distance and the explanation for him to understand what is the impediment in the aspect of provision of houses. And unfortunately, we have made our application still there for over 5 years. the man, as long as he was there, he couldn't do anything to the private sector. He felt that the private sector, they are not there to deliver anything. He knows where to do it. But unfortunately for him, the houses were not created. And the deposit that was given to him, about 1.5 trillion was deposited into their account. But unfortunately, this money have to go somewhere else. Because I don't know what happens. Anyway, he knows that is their finance. But he couldn't do anything until the time he left that office. And it is up to tomorrow. That thing is haunting him because the private sector see him as somebody who is an enemy to them. And he is an enemy of production because by the time he has given us that opportunity, believe me sincerely, it will have been a better stage for family homes funds for now. But the new MD that came in, we are also into talking terms with him. And he has given us all the assurance that yes, the private sector is supposed to be the key, is supposed to be the answer in the aspect of providing these houses. But in terms of public education, when I come as a president, I believe media has a power to play in the aspect of educating people. So I created a reading magazine, which I'm producing the 20th magazine now, and I give the public, it's a free copy that I send to each minister, each permanent secretary, all the House of Assembly leaders in the House, and all the state governors, and some of our members, just to educate people why private sector is the key in the aspect of housing provision for Nigeria if we want to reduce the housing deficit.
And also part of the content you were able to, since you included even send it to House of Assembly, like some of the, maybe if there are alleged cases of corruption that money for was budgeted to this and to build houses or something like that, so when House of Assembly members will be able to go through this magazine, they can be able to see, all right, you are aware of so what is happening so.
It will be interesting to let you know that we have a working fact with a special control unit of money laundering because Nigeria is being recorded, at about 80% in red line in the aspect of money laundering in the real estate, which is real. I get me right. And we work with them, and we make sure that at least we are self-regulatory institution because we are not being backed by any law. I get me right. And that makes me to create so many opportunities to see that at least I will be able to create a law, which I sent this, and we were able to do one. The Ninth Assembly has signed a real estate development law, which we have sent to the president. It's now with the president for assent. It is now the president, we believe he is a man of the people, and he will understand the logic that there must be some principle guidelines and rules that will govern the the issue of the real estate in the country, and that is what we have sent to him for him to assent. So the aspect of financing, we don't have to be what do you call him? Give me the name of somebody who leaks secrets to other people. That is
whistleblower.
Whistleblower, that's right. We don't have to be whistleblowers on this because we are private sector. We are not government. But our relationship with the regulatory agencies has helped a lot because we give them all the information they wanted to get from us as developers, so that at least to avoid money laundering into the real estate. We know there are so many people who are into money laundering, but the issue is that it doesn't concern us if it is not in our own sector. We are working with SCUMO, an arm of EFCC, and we have a working fact with them. If you want to register a real estate company today, if you have not gotten the reader certificate, you cannot get SCUMO. So that means we have bridged that gap. We have a good relationship with NFIU, which is also an aspect of that. I have created a good relationship with ICPC, and that is all to make sure that as a self-regulatory institution, at least we have a mouth that we say, let us see what we can do to encourage and assist the regulatory institutions in the aspect of money laundering in the country. And that we did. And I attended so many conferences and seminars in terms of this issue.
Yes. All right. Let's talk about what is happening currently with unemployment level in Nigeria. I mean, as developers, when you begin to tap into Nigeria, when you begin to tap into the Nigerian manpower, we can be able to reduce a lot of these youth on the street with no job and everything. What kind of role as developers, youth and developers play if adequately they will utilize our own manpower to do their building of real estate and everything? Do you see us reducing?
You see, when I came in as the president of Redan, my baby project was Rural Urban Housing Initiative.
Yes. Okay.
Because I believe Rural Urban Housing Initiative, it is going to rejuvenate the Nigerian economy entirely.
Yes.
And what our intention was to get funds from these family homes funds, I'm telling you, and build 100 housing units in each of the 774 local governments in this country. And that is where visible and viable, not in a volatile area. We believe some of this insurgency and banditry is because the youth are not having the job. They don't have anything to do. And we believe we can reduce that by doing that. And we have the intention of creating at least not less than 2,500 jobs in each of these local governments. You can now times it by 36, including Abuja, the FCT. This project, we are on with it. We have explained, we have moved forward, we have intimated the last minister, Poshola, about the project. He welcomed the idea, but the issue is that funding is a problem. When there are no funds to do, and the fund is not free, the fund is supposed to be at a single digit interest. We cannot go to commercial bank and take a loan at 32% or 38%, and we expect us to deliver housing for people that can afford it to the civil servant. No, there are so many ways. When you want to create a house, location matters. When you want to create a house, the kind of house you want to create. We are creating made in Nigerian house. We don't want to go anywhere outside Nigeria to bring the materials that we are going to use to build that house. That is why we said the job that we will have created into this country will be more than 5 to 7 million jobs at a time. And that will have rejuvenated the Nigerian economy and also increase the macroeconomic factors of the country. But unfortunately, people are not seeing that light. But I created that one, and still, my campaign, I took it to Shelter Africa, which is if an African country that gives funds, finance for affordable housing delivery at a minimal level of interest, and that we are in now with them, and I believe in the next 2-3 weeks, possibly. Maybe we will get through with that one, and we will plug off that project before I even hand it over her.
All right. So you are on to a lot of excellent points, which I believe Nigerians that are engaging us on that can get a lot of insight. Let's also take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll continue with the conversation.
Okay, thank you.
Obviously, we're on with Alhaji Dr. Aliyu Wamako, who is the President, Real Estate Developers Association of Nigeria. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll continue with the conversation when we return. Please stay with us.
Join us on a captivating experience through the dynamic world of town planning in Nigeria as we delve into the visionary projects and insights of top experts, witnessing the remarkable transformation of spaces into extraordinary communities. Immerse yourself in engaging discussions with leading town planning professionals as they address critical issues and offer innovative solutions to empower communities. Experience the pulse of the cities of tomorrow on City Pulse, a weekly television program presented by the National Institute of Town Planners. Gain exclusive behind-the-scenes looks and discover groundbreaking strategies shaping the urban landscape. Don't miss a beat. Showing weekly on Housing TV Africa. Star Times Channel 149.
Hello and welcome back. Thanks for staying with us, and for those that are just joining us, we are on the special edition of the program Inside Real Estate, and my guest on the program today is Alhaji Dr. Aliyu Wamako, who is the current President, Real Estate Developers Association of Nigeria. Before we went on a break, you were talking about how urban housing initiative is doing a lot towards ensuring that all these youths that are on the street, job can be able to be created while developing real estate and on. What more can you tell us concerning this rural urban housing initiative? I believe there's so much to it.
You see, it's a concept that was created simply because to make sure that the economy is being rejuvenated.
Yes.
The macroeconomic factors are also being, given a fair chance.
Yes.
And that will now create employment.
Yes.
And when the youth, the teeming youth of Nigerians are employed,
Yes.
it will reduce the hazard of this insurgency,
Yes.
banditry,
Yes.
and all sorts of menace that is
Yes.
happening in our society.
Definitely, yes.
And that is why we said that project is the key
Yes.
for Nigerians to survive the ordeals of the day.
Yes.
In every alien economy, everywhere in the world,
Yes.
they decide to go back to construction because construction creates immediate employment. It doesn't have any incubation period. It creates immediate employment.
Yes.
And by so doing, we believe that the rural urban housing initiative,
Yes.
after creating this job, it will also give government a way to put those people that are in those houses. Most of them, we have created a database
Yes.
where we take all the retired paramilitary officers and the military. Most of them.
Yes.
For instance, somebody is working in Bayelsa and
Yes.
he's from Sokoto State. He can choose a house in Tangaza. He can fill the form without even coming to us, and we can send him acknowledgement.
Yes.
We have created all these opportunities, and we have over 20,000 people that have registered into our website, into our our website,
Yes.
for them to be able to have, as home seekers, to have these houses.
Yes.
So what we are saying is that if government wants to get it right,
Yes.
the private sector should be given the enabling environment.
Yes.
Had it been this thing was done to us, those people can be put into community, and the government can empower them.
Yes.
Are you getting me right? In each of these places,
Yes.
by creating a trade, maybe poultry, maybe other things that can be done within that system.
Yes.
A cooperative society, all sorts of things that will empower them, which is easy because these are people who work in the government, and possibly some of them are retired and they are back home. They have nothing doing. That will have assisted them in for going on with their life, and also create employment for the younger ones that are within that area. But unfortunately, some people are not seeing it in that light, and that is what brings the impediment. But we are still fighting on to make sure that this works. The last administration, though they recognize this, but they didn't work with it. They went and gave a contract, which we told them contract cannot solve the issue of housing deficit in Nigeria.
There is this issue where President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will do a groundbreaking for developing renewed hope housing project. I mean, a lot of initiatives like this from previous administration, as far back as the time of Olusegun Obasanjo, we have seen a lot of projects coming up. This president is saying he will do this in order to provide affordable housing, and this president, and we haven't seen anything. So, from your own initiative, what do you think should be done different when President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is engaging in this ground?
No, I believe the renewed hope agenda in the housing sector has gotten a momentous acceptance.
Excellent.
Because first, the person that was being put into the mantle of leadership as a minister of rural and urban housing ministry, he knows what he's doing. He's an engineer himself, and he has been in the housing sector for a very long time. So he knows where to go. So I think the renewed hope agenda is getting a better stance on now. The past administration, they have not done anything near to this. How old is this government? They are launching 3,000 plus houses.
Of course.
And the beauty of it, they have not given contract for the creation of these houses. They are using developers to do that.
Excellent.
And that is what we are talking about. So they are getting it right. But has it been they are going to give contract to go and build those ones, we are still going back to the Stone Age. But for now, they are giving the developers. We say kudos to the Minister of Housing and also the Renewed Hope agenda of President Bola Ahmed.
Excellent. I think time is running out, but let me get your take. I believe as far as last year, was it on August, you were conferred with the honorary fellowship of Institute of Builders Association of Nigeria. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. What has been your, since your confinement, I mean, ups and downs to make sure?
Yeah, you see,
uh,
I'm the chairman of and chief executive of
yes,
Jet Investment Company Limited,
yes,
which is my company.
mm,
And to my credit,
yes,
I have built a lot of houses in Nigeria,
yes,
which is, I dotted the landmark of
yes.
Nigeria with some of my houses. I
Oh,
built over 1,500 houses,
excellent,
just my company.
mm.
And all these houses are affordable houses,
All
which I give out for mortgages.
all
I have 700 in Lubi,
okay,
which is Jet Umas Housing Estate. I have built another one in Suleja. I have built another one in Kano.
all
I
right,
built another one in Kuje.
all right.
And presently I'm building another one in Tuze Alhaji.
All right.
So I believe we build also in Sokoto.
Okay.
So I'm very sure that what we are doing is to make sure that at least we reduce the housing deficit
All right.
and also assist in employing youth so that they, at least they will have something to do.
Yes.
And I think that is the answer. That is why private sector is better, is more important when you are going to create houses than you do it by giving contract. And I think this government has done the right thing.
All right, all right, excellent. So, with the upcoming preparation of new incoming president, who will soon be taking over from you, share with us about the preparation of the, when is it taking place, and when, I mean, I'm sure viewers are following
Yeah,
on
you
and trying to
see,
keep tab on it.
first let me tell you that I met Raiden at a dilapidated state because we have only 97 financial members,
All right.
which is less than 100. But to my credit, I'm telling you today, we have over 3,500 financial members.
Excellent.
Members in, in this
Quite
association.
transformative move.
Very good. And also, we have transformed so many things in Raiden. At least our relationship with other agencies has been boosted.
All right.
We have also created awareness by way of doing some endorsement of some products. And also, I try to see that at least I have reduced the quackery in the industry by creating a seal just like that of Lawes. At least any developer you see without that seal is a quacked up developer. So that seal has helped a lot to transform a lot of our members because we don't we tolerate zero tolerance I have during my administration about any hanky-panky in the aspect of doofing or making some pliers and you do for the public. So that is why I work with all the regulatory agencies to make sure that at least we have zero tolerance for anybody to do that kind of shady dealings in the housing industry. So I sincerely created an opportunity for some of our young ones, including the fresh graduates from the university. We mentor them to make sure that at least they are better people in society, and we teach them the aspect of the rudiment of real estate. And also, I was able to create estate endorsement where we have a team of professionals alongside with our people who will go to an estate and observe from the scratch to where you are, and we will now give you an endorsement level that yes, you are endorsed because you have reached the standardization we are looking for. So a lot of these things that I have done. But now that another president is coming in, I am always willing for the person that is going to be a president of Real Estate Developers Association of Nigeria to do more than what I have done. At least to portray that nobody will want to leave an association and it becomes another thing else. So I believe the last president, the immediate past president, was happy with me because of what I have done to transform Raiden into a reality of what we wanted it to be. So we are hoping the new president that is coming will do better than what I have done. We have concluded all the arrangements. We have already put a committee. We have that is going to do, as a Redeco, which will do the Raiden election, which will take, change the mantle of leadership of the 6th ESCO to 7th ESCO. There are some lacuna in the constitution, and we created a constitution review committee, at least to amend that lacuna, also to represent the reality of the time. Also, we have already paid for the venue. All the arrangements are on. We have put on a committee that will do all the necessary things to make sure that the AGM, which will now change the leadership, the mantle of leadership, is in place. So I have given approval for all the finances to do that, and I am sure the people we give and we choose as committees to do all this job. They are capable people. They have been in the industry for long, and I am sure it is going to be a seamless, easy transmission of power to the next president.
I believe it's election, right? It's election they conduct, not appointment.
Yeah, you see, there are 2 offices that are not supposed not to be elected.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, because we have in our constitution there are succession.
All right.
Fashion. So the deputy president, one, is supposed to be the next president, just with an affirmation of the ESCO.
Okay.
Yes, if they affirm that, that's okay. Then the deputy president, the president also will have an affirmation. That means from deputy president 1 to president, then from deputy president 2 to deputy president 1. Then you will have an affirmation that yes, this is the person, and the ESCO will affirm it. Then we will now send it to the board of trustees, and they will now go to an EGM or AGM where the Congress will now confirm all these things. But the other ESCO members will be elected. Yes, and we have done it in such a way that every state in Nigeria today has a reading office.
Okay.
Yes,
all right.
we have make it rooted to every state when I come in, and we have 6 geopolitical zones. Each of the zone we gave him 3 members of this ESCO just to represent federal character, so that everybody is being carried along, and that is how the election is being done. So it is now based on your own region. If what are the position given to you? Maybe it's 3 members of ESCO. If you are able to produce them, that's okay. If you are not able to produce them, then it will now come back to another open contest.
I believe with this incoming election, it's not that you are retiring from the job, it's that you are giving a way for another person to bring in more.
I am going to be the immediate past president of Redan and also a member of the 7th ESCO.
Okay.
So whatever is going to be discussed there will be there at least to make sure at least things are being put in the proper way. And I am also a member of the BOT.
All right.
ESCO. So
I mean, what we have discussed so far, I mean, it is a great enlightenment and a sense of encouragement for our young developers who are aspiring to become like you. And based on your guidance and your reign over these 4 years, based on what we discussed, you're able to do a lot. And by staying trustworthy and knowing the kind of people to employ to do what needs to be done. And we believe that even after you continue to serve at ESCO's level and everything, you continue to do that to all Nigerians when trained and all. Thank you so much for joining us on the program.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. In fact, I enjoyed every bit of our discussion with you.
Thank you.
And I hope Nigerians, for my colleagues in Redan, I say thank you and bye-bye, and I appreciate all your effort and support towards what we have done in Redan as the Redan president. I appreciate all of you and all other regulatory institutions and professional bodies that has given me the support in the aspect of doing my duty as the president of Redan. I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And with housing,
and for housing, well, in fact, let me tell you, maybe I have to talk here.
Yes, sir.
You see, housing TV Africa, I believe we are all part of it.
All right.
Because Pensadev is the one that always educates people on what we do as Redan, and he gives us all encouragement, and he criticizes why he's supposed to criticize us and tell us the right thing why he's supposed to tell us the right thing. So we always look at him as a friend of the house, and we always appreciate him. And African housing TV Africa is ours. It's not his own alone. So anybody in the housing sector is part of housing TV Africa.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much. And we wish you all the best. Yes. Well, viewers, with that we come to the end of the program Inside Real Estate, and I'm your have been your host throughout this program. Say join us next week where we'll bring you an interesting package on the program. Thank you and goodbye for now.
Housing TV Africa, your first in housing development broadcasting.